Welcome to your Average Joe Utah Sports Fan Podcast.
Welcome to your Average Joe Utah Sports Fan Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Lund. Today I'm going to talk about the he said, she said, back and forth, alleged religious bigotry comments chanted during the BYU-OK-State basketball game. Okay, State of Utah sports fans, let's jump into this. BYU head coach Kevin Young said he heard Oklahoma State fans chant during the BYU-OK-State game, F the Mormons. And he said, there's just too much hate in the world. Let's use basketball to bring people together, not tear them apart. Let's be absolutely clear. There's no place whatsoever for religious bigotry in the public sphere. Full stop. No wiggle room, no gray areas, no nuances. It should be absolutely prohibited. Now, the problem for BYU is this has actually happened to BYU athletics teams. It's happened at Arizona, Oregon, USC, Providence, Colorado, and Cincinnati. So wherever they go, there is this trend of their teams go out, whether it's on the basketball court, whether it's on the football field, and the opposing team's fans shout and chant these religious bigotry slurs or chants at them. So this tends to spring up over and over and over for BYU and its teams. Now, one of the problems in this case is there's been pushback from fans who attended the game in Stillwater saying, hey, this didn't actually happen. What happened instead was the fans were saying, ref's a Mormon. And why they said that was one of the referees apparently was a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And they felt like this particular referee was giving BYU some favorable calls. So they were chiding this referee by saying, ref's a Mormon. Now, this is not what Kevin Young and the BYU team was hearing. They were hearing F the Mormons. Now, it's quite possible that both things could be true. It's possible that there were fans in Stillwater who were actually chanting F the Mormons, and there were fans in Stillwater who were chanting ref's a Mormon. So as the investigation unfolds, it would be surprising if they learn that fans were saying both of these things and that they learn that there was, in fact, religious bigotry being used and said against BYU. And as fans were saying that there were chants being said that ref's a Mormon was being said. And it's also plausible that maybe, as fans at the game were saying, that F the Mormons wasn't being said, which is why it's good that the Big 12 has decided to launch an investigation into this incident. Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark issued a statement saying the conference is investigating the inappropriate chants. Yormark said all parties have been notified. The conference has zero tolerance behavior of this nature and will address the matter in accordance with Big 12 sportsmanship policy. Now, the conference fined Colorado $50,000 for similar incident in September. Similarly, in a statement, Oklahoma State President Jim Hess said the university will address any violations of our standards of conduct appropriate. This tells me that if anything is found that shows or supports that religious bigotry comments were said during the game, that Jim Hess will stand by the Big 12's findings and will be prepared to give the Big 12 the fine that the Big 12 asked for, similar to what was done with Colorado. So we'll see what comes of this investigation. And as I said, we should be prepared for a number of findings. Maybe both things were said during the course of this game. Maybe there were chants of F the Mormons. Maybe there were chants of ref's a Mormon. So you could have both of those things that happen. You could have those things that happen separately or together, and we'll see how that plays out. In any case, Please let me know what you think about this situation. Is there any place for religious bigotry in collegiate athletics? Is it being handled the best way possible? Are both the Big 12 and Oklahoma State handling this situation in a responsible manner? I look forward to your comments on this. And thanks so much for giving me a listen. If you enjoyed this segment of your Average Joe Utah Sports Fan podcast, please give it a like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you again.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to your Average Joe Utah Sports Fan podcast. I welcome your comments, and please hit like and subscribe to help grow the channel.